Friends, we continue on the Good Financial Habits series. The subject for this video is knowing your risk profile. I have been speaking to a number of investors with vast experience in the investment world. Ask them a simple question. Do you know your risk profile? Most people say, oh, I have a very high risk appetite. Or they say, I take very high risks. And then you turn around and ask the next person, he says, yeah, I can also do that. Everybody in the investment world thinks he has a high risk appetite or he can take high risks. But is that truly the case? Is everybody the same? That is what we are going to talk now. I have this friend who has seen in his life his family go through a lot of financial crisis in his growing years. After he graduated, he settled down into very good positions in the corporate life. He didn't want to go back to business, which his family did. He earns money very well. He saves it. He is very happy making inflation plus 2-3% in good saving investments. He is not interested in taking very high risk because he has seen what high risks did to his family in his growing years. He doesn't want to walk out of that space. On the contrary, his best friend, his buddy, is a guy who has come up from very humble backgrounds and he has always thrown himself at opportunity, taken risks in his life and always come out in flying colors in that risk taking. And his natural tendency is to take higher risks, experiment with different things and enjoy the fruits of those experiments. These two are the best of friends, but they don't have the same risk profile. Most people don't have a way of knowing themselves and they just keep doing what the guy next to them do. So this conservative guy who doesn't have the risk appetite cannot copy his best friend who is very experimental and risk loving. They may be the best of friends, but the same investment decisions won't go for both of them. How do we make them know that they are both different? That is where a good, well-constructed risk profiling test will help you understand who you are. There should be enough questions in that risk profile which you answer and then go over again once you know what is your risk score. So it's a simple test which you need to take. There would be an evaluation that is given to you and then you go through each question to understand yourself. And if you're two best friends, you can possibly each discuss question by question how you are different to understand who can take risks and who cannot take risks. And you can still be the best of friends. You can help each other in your decisions, but you can't have the same decisions for both of you. That in essence is the importance of knowing your risk profile. Every person who starts saving should first know his risk profile. He should keep updating his risk profile at a reasonable time to understand how over time his risk appetite evolves. Sometimes you can come out of a certain fearful mindset to take a little bit more risks. Sometimes it could be the other way also. Our life circumstances determine how our risk profile evolves. For most people it remains the same. So always make it a point to know your risk profile. Keep your risk profile at an accessible place, either in your mailbox or in your drawer. Read it to know who you are and then to do your investing in line with who you are and in line with what works for you. That in essence is the importance of knowing your risk profile. It's a good financial habit to start and to maintain as you grow in your life. In this series, we would discuss good financial habits and talk about each habit and how you can inculcate it and practice it in your life. Do watch this series and stay the course with iThoughtWealth. Thank you.